G'day guys, I'm AJ and today we're going to talk about guinea pig pregnancy, particularly the pregnancy of Apple Strudel over here. And this is Apple Strudel, pile of noodles. I like that because strudel rhymes with noodles and her hair kind of looks like noodles sometimes, particularly when it's not brushed. As you might be able to see, she is looking particularly more like a pear and not like a potato. You know, there's skinniness and then there's the chubbiness. And don't worry about the squeaking, she's just a talkative one. It's not because she feels uncomfortable. It's alright, girl. You're good. It's not because I'm hurting her or anything. Squeaking is just a noise a guinea pig makes. If you don't know that about, if you don't have particularly squeaky guinea pigs, or if you just don't have guinea pigs at all. So this is Apple Strudel. A couple months ago, I made a video about, like, guinea pig mating. And today I'm going to talk about guinea pig pregnancy and about her pregnancy. So she is pregnant with at least 3 guinea pigs, which we saw of an ultrasound, but obviously you don't have to do an ultrasound to check that they're okay. That's just because I'm volunteering at a vet right now and I can do that for, for free because I'm friends with a vet. So that's cool. But yeah, these babies are so, like, I can feel them moving in there now sometimes. Not right now, but, like, now that she's, this far along. Like, I think she's only got a week and a half to go, or, less. Like, you can never really tell with this sort of thing, because you don't know the exact, day that she got pregnant. I don't think you can ever tell the exact day that guinea pigs get pregnant. With rabbits, you can. With rabbits, it's very easy to tell when they've done it properly. But you don't know what day a guinea pig's going to be fertile in the 14-day period that they, get fertile. So I don't know exactly how far along she is. This is just an estimation. But, it's a educated guess. So when you have a pregnant guinea pig, you want to, give them double food, make sure they're getting, a lot of water, a lot of space, make sure that your place is always ready for babies, even if you know that they're not that far along. You want to expect the unexpected, but, hopefully that stuff won't happen. And sometimes this can just, like, bump into you. You're like, it's okay, it's not gonna happen anytime soon. Well, they're here. But right now it feels like they're never gonna come. I'm so impatient right now. I'll get dreams that they've come, and then I'll wake up and be like, it's just a dream, they're still not here. So you want to make sure there are lots more hiding spots for her. For me, because I have a rabbit, I'm trying to make sure there's hiding spots that he can't fit, which is incredibly difficult because he likes to get into any space. He likes to think that everything is a challenge, which is lovely. And make sure that their favourite spots are particularly clean. Guinea pigs will always have, any animal will always have their favourite spots, so work out which part that is, because that's probably where they're going to give birth. And work out where that is, and make sure you put a lot of food there, because, as you might expect, they're getting weaker and slower as the pregnancy goes on, so you want to make sure that they have full access to the food, because the other piggies, and in my case, rabbits, will take advantage of the fact that she's slower, even if they know that she's pregnant. And eat all the food. So you got to make sure that she's getting enough food despite that. As to what food to give them compared to normal, things with calcium, such as broccoli stalks, are very good. But if you just want to give them your normal food, 80% of oaten or timothy hay, and your normal green veggies, about 20%, grass and pellets. Grass is always good, but I understand if you have your guinea pigs inside or whatever, or if you don't have a yard, or, some reason you don't have access to grass, and it's completely up to you whether or not you want to do pellets. A lot of the time they're just feeling you, but what I'm doing is the expensive or, extra careful route and getting pellets, particularly for baby and mummy guinea pigs, and giving her a lot of those, trying to make sure she's the only one who has access to it and that it doesn't all just get wasted on the rabbit. But, the attempts are here and there, but she's definitely getting a good amount of it. I just don't want them to get eaten by the rabbit too much, but she's definitely getting enough food, that's for sure. And I'm also giving her alfalfa hay, which is the particular type of hay that has more calcium and stuff. So it's not that particularly healthy for guinea pigs and rabbits that aren't pregnant and that aren't babies. It does have a bit too much of the, sugary stuff, to put it simply. It's not actual sugar, but, that sort of style of ingredient. Nutrients, I should say. I'm obviously autistic and don't understand the technical words for this, but alfalfa hay can be really good for pregnant and baby guinea pigs. And that's the main extra food that I'm giving her. But it's mainly just extra food. If you don't want to go through the extra expenses and stuff, as long as you're giving her the normal healthy amount and of each thing, it should be fine. You also want to be holding and patting your guinea pig a lot. It is very rare for you to walk in on them giving birth. Normally they do it very early in the morning. Sometimes it can be at night time. Sometimes it can be right at the beginning of night when it's just starting to get dark. I guess that's called dawn. So 5 o'clock at this time of year, winter. It really depends on your piggy, and yes, they can kind of control on when to do it, but it's also just, their instincts and stuff. They want to do it when there's not as many animals that active looking for them, because they don't want to be doing something that they're be super vulnerable when an animal is going to attack. They also really like to do it around thunderstorms. So if you have a thunderstorm and you want to see your, it's around that time and you want to see your piggy give birth, you want to do that. You want to keep an eye on them then. But you want to hold them a lot so that if you do walk in on it, that you are less likely to interrupt and she's less likely to feel uncomfortable in your presence, because she'll would have been used to your presence a lot, and she won't feel like, oh no, should I stop? Am I being interrupted? She won't hold in one of the babies and wait until you leave. And if you're not confident about this stuff, then try and watch from a very big distance, or don't watch at all, because it's very unlikely that they'll need your help. a lot of the time these piggies do it on their own. It's very unlikely for them to need help. I mean, I've bred guinea pigs for like a year. This was back in 2020 when everyone wanted a guinea pig. Don't worry, I'm not doing it right now. 2020 and 2021, in lockdown. I breed responsibly. And in that time, I didn't need to help once at all. I saw 2 giving births. I was very lucky. Like, I did get to see a couple of just finished and cleaning up, or in the middle of it, but I had to do stuff, so I had to walk away, and I didn't really want to interrupt, but for none of them, it was never that I was like, okay, I think this is about the time she's gonna do it, I'm gonna go and watch. You never know it's gonna happen until it happens. Like, there were nights where there was a thunderstorm and I thought, okay, it's probably gonna happen today, and I kept looking and nothing happened. So yeah, it seems to happen when you least expect it, when you're like finally like, for me it's like I'm checking every day. Just being like, even when it's really early and it would be bad if they came at that time, it's like, but are they? And then when you're finally like, okay, they're not coming today, don't get your hopes up, you're like, oh, they're here. And a lot of the time I find that my piggy's bellies can look really big, and I can expect for like 4 to be there, and then it's just 2 bigger ones, and it's just like, ooh. Which, 2 are still good, but I just want you guys to understand that 2 is, normal, and like, it's okay, and it's okay to be disappointed. Just prepare yourself, I only know that there's at least 3 in here because of the ultrasound. If your guinea pig has had babies before, then you can know that they're probably not going to have less than last time. So she had 3 last time, so even before I got the ultrasound, I knew that it was very unlikely for her to have just 2. They normally have about the same or more than last time. So like, one of my piggies that I used to breed, her name was Daisy, she had 2 the first time, and then 2 the second time, and then the third time she had 3, and then the 4th time she had 2, I think, and then she had 3, and then she had 4. Like, I'm probably doing this wrong, but that's just an idea of it. Stara, her sister, unfortunately, was only able to have 2 litters before she unfortunately passed, which was really sad. It was just a really hot Australia day when that happened. It was one of those hottest days of the year. Anyway, so she only had 2 litters, but the first time she had 2, and the second time she had 4. So if it's your guinea pig's first time, just so that you're not disappointed, expect them to have 2. Even if they look like they've got a whole pumpkin stuck in their tummy somehow. Just try and expect disappointment. You also want to be prepared for, like, the bad things. If they come early, sometimes that can not turn out well. Sometimes if there's 4 or more, then, like, if there's 4, there's going to be a runt. Normally that runt survives, but, you can never be too careful, and if there's 5, it's very unlikely for them all to make it. There's definitely going to be a runt, and that, Like, it's very likely for one of them just to, be stillborn. Which is very sad, but it's the reality, and you gotta mentally prepare yourself for these sort of things, which is why I'm a little bit worried that she might have 5 in there. I don't think she is. It's very unlikely. She probably just has 3 or 4 in there. Probably 4, but I can't help myself from worrying because I have generalized anxiety and stuff, which is why the other reason why I'm wanting to do the x-ray, other than the fact that I can, and it's a great experience. The reason why I haven't been able to do the x-ray yet, like before, it was because we didn't know for sure if the babies were developed enough to really see anything. But now, we were going to take her there last week, but she has a little bit of ringworm here. You can kind of see that there is a bold pink bit of skin. Don't know if that focusing is helping. Anyway, but if you know ringworm from cats, you might think, oh, that's horrible, but it's not as bad at all as it is for cats, feline, as it is for guinea pigs. Yeah, it's annoying for them. It's not good. But, yeah, and if you don't know what ringworm is, it's a fungal infection. It's very similar to what us humans can get on our feet sometimes. For these guys, it's basically like a big circle patch of dandruff. Itchy, annoying, but, not horrible. And all you gotta do is put cream on it once a day and give them a wash with Head and Shoulders sort of shampoo once or twice a week until it slowly goes away. I did give her a wash with shampoo and it seems to be getting very better. The little baby hairs are starting to grow back. But if it doesn't improve tomorrow, then I will give her another wash. Never give your guinea pig a wash unless there's some good reason like this. Guinea pigs clean themselves, so it's okay. And I'm making sure that I'm doing it, drying them quickly, making sure she's as comfortable as possible, giving her lots of veggies. I would hate for her. I am so annoyed that this has to happen every time, this time, because water can make guinea pigs quite stressed. A lot of things can make guinea pigs quite stressed, but having a bath is one of the most stressful things for guinea pigs, so I'm, very frustrated that this has to happen when she's pregnant and when there's more risk of them being stressed than usual. But she did pretty well last time, and hopefully we won't need to do it tomorrow, but I'm sure she'll be fine. And, if you see x-ray photos on my Instagram or whatever, then you can see that she got better. And obviously she will get better, it just depends on how long it will take for her to get better, whether or not an x-ray comes first or the babies. But we know for sure, one thing that we know for sure is that the ringworm will not affect the guinea pigs themselves, so the babies themselves. So that's good. And that's about... Oh, and also if you love feeling the pregnant tummy like I do, well, you can start telling that they're pregnant by going down like this, like most guinea pigs. When you do this sort of hand shape, you can go right through them. It'll just push down the fluff if you've got a fluffy guinea pig, but with pregnant guinea pigs like her, you'll go down and then you get to, the pear part, the roundness, and you have to make your hands wider to go around it without hurting them, and obviously don't hurt your piggies. So you can see that she is, you know, more pear-shaped and that she's got that roundness. And it's funny because in humans, if you look at guinea pigs, if you look at humans from the back, you can't see that they're pregnant sometimes, but with guinea pigs, it's the other way around. If you see them from the face, then you can't really see. It's so funny how guinea pigs like to hide in my hair. Oh, there she goes. Now what we can see is a fluffy butt. And in the couple of first weeks, you should be able to feel some firmness. It won't feel like the normal squishiness of a tummy. Obviously, don't poke around it, and even a non-pregnant guinea pig's tummy too much. But, you know, just do the soft, this sort of thing, and you can feel the firmness of the tummy, and that there are babies growing in there. So like I said, about 3 weeks, a month, you can start feeling the firmness of the piggies, and then about 2 weeks in, you can start, about 2 weeks before they give birth, so that would be, give me a moment here, 60 days, so 2 months, into the pregnancy, you will start being able to be feeling little bits of movement, like little tiny bits, and then about a week before they give birth, or 3 days before they give birth, something along those lines. Like I said, it depends on whether or not they come on time, whether they come a week late, whether they come a week early, you know, you never know. But you'll start feeling them kicking, and it'll even come to a point, I mean, hopefully, it'll come to a point where you can feel them moving. You don't even have to wait, but you can feel them kicking, and you can even hear them, or like feel them teeth chattering, like crunching their teeth together to get ready for chewing. Like, if these guys need to, they can eat solids an hour after they're born. Normally, it's just, like practicing, tasting, like little bits of your very healthy food, but it's amazing. Piggies come out completely ready to go. If you do see the pregnancy, don't worry. It is normal for the mum to eat everything of the leftovers. Sorry if this makes you queasy, but she will eat the pelvis, eat the, I forgot what it's called, but you know, the little sacks that they're in. She'll clean them over with her mouth. If she's a bit of a lazy one, you might, and you turn out to be there, don't be afraid to put her back close to her babies, or put the babies next to her, or even one of her friends, to encourage them to keep going with the cleaning. But it is normal for them to need to have a break and eat food. And if you want to, you can help with the cleaning, but don't worry, Mum does know what she's doing most of the time. There are some very unfortunate times where they can just get really confused, and I'm really sorry if you're, like, I'd be surprised if you don't get queasy about this, but, like, they can sometimes get really confused and eat the babies. Sometimes this can be because if you interrupt them or something, they might think that they're in danger, and that someone, and that a predator is coming, and therefore, if anyone's going to get the protein, it's them, which is really unfortunate. Sometimes it's because they're absolutely zapped of energy by giving birth, and they just, you know, eat the first thing they see, and sometimes it's just because they're really, really confused about what's going on. But it is very, 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 very unlikely for this to happen, so don't worry. I'm just putting in all the details for you. Yeah. And the babies will come out looking something like this. So yeah, be excited about that. They will be fully furred, ears and eyes open, ready to run around. Sometimes if they come a bit early, then they can do this little wobbly walk at the first, like, even week. But if they come late or on time, they'll be running around after the first day or during the first day. There was one time when the piggies were so late that they were popcorning within the first hour, or like after their first hour. Like, they were cleaned, they were ready, pop, pop, pop. If you don't know what popcorning is, it's basically just what it sounds like. They're like so excited that they do little bounces and little flicks in the air, and even like when a dog is shaking off the wet, they can do that when they're in the air, and it's just like this little of excitement. It's like guinea pig jumps instead of zoomies, but guinea pigs do also do zoomies. And that is just adorable. It's a good reward for if you have to wait longer. So that is about all we have for a video about when your piggy is pregnant, during pregnancy, and while you're waiting for the piggy to give birth. And I will hopefully remember to make another video about looking after babies, but really mum does most of the work, especially if you have 3 or less. Even with 4, mum does most of the work, or all of the work. All you have to do is provide food for mum as usual, most of the time. But I will still make that video, and just basically give them extra food and be ready for some babies. I know that 70 days can be a long time to wait, but it is worth it, even if you have to wait 80 days or whatever. It is worth it. They are so cute. So hopefully, if you're going through this, it turns out great for you, and I'm sure it will. If you have been waiting for this video for a while, and you've been keeping up to date that you know this is late, I'm very sorry it is late. I will try to make the next one not so late. And I'll see you guys next time when I talk about one of my autistic interests. Bye.